We live in an age of wonders. Our telescopes capture the faint light of the universe's first stars, our probes land on distant worlds, and our physicists write the laws of reality in the language of mathematics. The universe, as we understand it, is a vast, dynamic, and impersonal expanse of energy and matter, governed by the cold, elegant symphony of physics. In this modern context, many have turned to ancient wisdom for a sense of meaning. Buddhism, in particular, has been singled out as a uniquely scientific religion, a science of the mind, whose core tenets seem to resonate with the discoveries of modern cosmology and quantum mechanics. But is this reputation earned? What if we were to peel back the layers of modern interpretation and look at the original, traditional Buddhist map of the universe? What we find is not a world of galaxies and nebulae, but a realm of celestial palaces, demonic dragons, and a flat earth resting on a golden frog. Today, we journey into the heart of traditional Buddhist cosmology. We will explore this ancient map not as a scientific document, but as what critical researchers argue it truly is, a magnificent and terrifying prison, meticulously designed for a single purpose: to convince you that the only rational choice is to escape. This is the story of a universe built not to be explored, but to be fled.
Our investigation begins with a famous and profound silence. When his disciples asked the Buddha direct questions about the cosmos, was it eternal or not? Was it finite or infinite? He refused to answer. This is often called the Great Silence, and it's frequently interpreted as evidence that Buddhism is an agnostic or pragmatic system, unconcerned with such metaphysical speculation. The Buddha's focus, it is said, was solely on the practical problem of ending human suffering. Why waste time on questions that don't lead to liberation? This is a powerful interpretation, but it leaves a crucial void. A comprehensive worldview needs a cosmology. It needs a stage upon which the drama of life and salvation can unfold. And into this silence, later Buddhist thinkers poured a flood of ideas, borrowing heavily from the pre-existing religious landscape of India. Critical analysis reveals that the complex cosmological system we associate with Buddhism today was not a new invention. Instead, it was an adoption and an adaptation of the ancient worldview of Brahmanism. Buddhism took this existing mythological framework and repurposed it, shaping it to fit its own unique diagnosis of the human condition. The result was a universe that was not just a physical space, but a moral one, where every location, from the deepest hell to the highest heaven, was a direct reflection of a being's karma.
So, what does this cosmic prison look like? Imagine a universe structured vertically, a great cosmic high-rise with 31 floors. This entire structure is divided into 3 distinct realms, or loka. At the very bottom is the Kamaloka, the realm of sensual desire. This is our neighborhood. It's a world governed by the 5 senses, a place of passion, attachment, and suffering. It contains not only the human realm, but also the animal realm, the realm of hungry ghosts, and most terrifyingly, a complex system of hells. There are 8 major hot hells and 8 major cold hells, each with its own specific torments, designed to punish specific sins. This isn't just a general underworld. It's a detailed bureaucratic system of cosmic retribution. Above our world, but still within the realm of desire, are the heavens of the gods, or devas. These are not eternal paradises. They are more like celestial resorts where beings with good karma can enjoy immense pleasure and long life. But their time is limited. When their good karma runs out, they too fall, reborn into lower realms to suffer once again. Even heaven is just a temporary stop on the inescapable wheel of existence. Rising above this turbulent world of desire is the Rupa Loka, the realm of pure form. Beings here are free from the grosser forms of passion. They experience states of deep meditative bliss and exist in bodies of pure light. Yet they are still not free. They possess form and a subtle consciousness, and are therefore still bound within the system. And at the very pinnacle of existence lies the Arupaloka, the formless realm. This is a world of pure consciousness, where beings exist as disembodied minds in states of infinite space, infinite consciousness, or even nothingness. It is the most sublime and subtle prison cell, but a prison nonetheless. For even here existence is finite, and the fallback into the lower realms is inevitable. This entire three-tiered structure, from the most agonizing hell to the most sublime formless state, is samsara. It is the entire system of cyclical existence from which nirvana is the only escape. Every single location on this map, without exception, is defined by suffering.
Having explored the vertical axis of the cosmos, let's turn to the horizontal map of our own world, the human realm. At its very center, according to this ancient geography, stands the king of all mountains, the colossal Mount Meru. It is described as an immense square-shaped pillar that forms the axis of our world system. Its four faces are made of four different precious materials. Its eastern face is silver, its southern face is lapis lazuli, its western face is crystal, and its northern face is pure gold. This magnificent mountain is encircled by a series of 7 concentric mountain ranges, each one made of gold and separated by a vast ocean. Beyond the final mountain range lies the Great Salt Ocean, and it is within this ocean that our worlds are found. There are 4 island continents located in the 4 cardinal directions around Mount Meru. The eastern continent is shaped like a crescent moon. The western continent is circular, and the northern continent is square. We humans live on the southern continent, known as Jambudvipa. It is shaped like a triangle, a clear and direct echo of the geographical shape of the Indian subcontinent. Our world is not a globe spinning in space. It is a flat, triangular island in a cosmic ocean, looking up at a giant celestial mountain that we can never reach. The sun and moon are not distant stars, but divine disks made of crystal that revolve around Mount Meru, illuminating the different continents as they pass. The entire system is geocentric, finite, and fundamentally magical. It is a world whose dimensions are described not in light years, but in yojanas, a mythical unit of measurement corresponding to the distance an army could march in a single day. This world is not just structured mythologically, it is animated by mythological forces. The entire world disk, with its continents and mountains, does not float in space. It rests on a layer of golden earth, which in turn rests on a layer of water. This water rests on a great disk of wind, which itself is suspended in empty space. In some traditions, this entire construct is held up by an even more fantastic creature, a giant golden frog or cosmic turtle. When humanity's sins become too great, the creature shifts uncomfortably, and the world trembles. Earthquakes are not the result of tectonic plates, but the moral judgment of a cosmic beast. And what of eclipses? They are not the predictable result of orbital mechanics. They are the work of a demon. The story goes that when the gods were churning the ocean of milk to produce the nectar of immortality, a demon named Rahu disguised himself and stole a sip. The sun and moon deities saw this and reported him to the high god Vishnu, who hurled his discus and decapitated the demon. But because Rahu had tasted the nectar, his head became immortal. Consumed by an eternal grudge against the sun and moon for betraying him, Rahu's disembodied head relentlessly chases them through the sky. When he catches one, he swallows it, causing an eclipse.
This is why, in many traditional Buddhist cultures, it was customary to bang pots and pans during an eclipse to create a loud din to frighten the demon and force him to release the sun or moon from his grasp. This is not science. It is pure, unadulterated myth woven into the very fabric of the cosmos. Just as the space of this universe is finite and mythological, so is its time. Buddhist cosmology introduces a concept of time so vast it dwarfs human understanding: the kalpa, or cosmic eon. A kalpa is the period of time between the creation and recreation of a world. The scriptures illustrate its length with poetic metaphors. Imagine a granite mountain 1 yojana square, and once every 100 years you wipe it with a silk cloth. The time it takes to wear the mountain down to nothing is less than 1 kalpa. These kalpas are part of a grand repeating cycle. The universe undergoes a period of formation, followed by a period of duration where life can flourish. Then comes the inevitable decline and finally destruction. This destruction is not a random physical process like the heat death of our universe. It is a moral one. The universe is periodically destroyed by one of 3 elements: fire, water, or wind. And what triggers this cosmic apocalypse? The accumulated negative karma of the beings who inhabit it. When greed dominates the world, the universe is destroyed by fire. When hatred dominates, it is destroyed by water. And when ignorance dominates, it is destroyed by a great wind that scatters the world to dust. The fate of the entire cosmos is tied directly to the moral failings of its inhabitants. After a long period of emptiness, the cycle begins anew, driven by the lingering karmic energies of the beings from the previous cycle. It is a drama of sin and destruction, repeated endlessly.
So let us return to our original question. What is the purpose of this incredibly elaborate, fantastical, and often terrifying cosmic map? The critical analysis is stark. Its purpose is ideological. This is not a system designed to encourage scientific inquiry or exploration. Its core function is to devalue the material world and our existence within it. By portraying every corner of the universe, from the most beautiful heaven to the most horrifying hell, as a temporary and ultimately unsatisfactory prison cell, it creates a powerful psychological imperative. It makes the world seem like a problem that cannot be fixed, a game that cannot be won. The only logical move is to refuse to play. The modern attempt to reconcile this system with science, to find parallels between kalpas and the Big Bang is, from this critical perspective, a fundamental misreading. The scientific method is based on observation, hypothesis, and falsifiability. The Buddhist cosmology is based on revelation, faith, and soteriology, the study of salvation. It is a closed, dogmatic system designed to lead to a predetermined conclusion that existence itself is flawed. This map of the cosmos is the essential backdrop for Buddhism's first noble truth. It provides the ultimate justification for the claim that life is suffering. It's not just that your life is difficult, it's that the entire structure of reality is a trap. You are a prisoner in a cosmic jail of your own making, serving out a sentence determined by your karma from lifetimes you cannot remember. And so, this magnificent, terrifying, and deeply pessimistic vision of the cosmos serves as the perfect foundation for the rest of the Buddhist project. It sets the stage for a doctrine of being defined by suffering, a morality of detachment, and a philosophy aimed at deconstructing reality itself. It is a universe designed, from the ground up, to be renounced.